actually going to get started in around 60 seconds now. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, please go ahead and do so now. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Please state your name and where you're calling from. Good evening, good evening, good evening again. And welcome to, this is actually a Nove call. We are discussing the power of income shifting. I just got off a live of a Good Evening Millionaire. So good evening again. I'm so happy to be here with you guys again. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. So tonight, like I said, we're going to discuss a very, very powerful concept called income shifting. Okay, it's called income shifting. A lot of times people are like, what is it that you guys do? Et cetera, et cetera. We have so much stuff going on. How are you making residual money? How is everybody getting out of debt? How is everybody improving their credit? Okay, so this video is going to explain it all. So make sure that you share the video. And if you're on the call, make sure you are taking really good notes. We're on a nationwide call as well as Facebook Live. So make sure that you guys are taking notes on the call, and make sure that if you're on Facebook, that you are sharing the broadcast. You want to make sure that you share it on your personal page as well as in different groups that you are in. So good evening again. My name is Amma Nantwi. I go by Amma the CPA. CPA stands for Certified Public Accountant. I'm so very proud of that. It's like actually the highest level of accountancy that you can achieve. Okay. It's a nationwide exam. Thank you so much for the shares, millionaires. It's a nationwide exam. Everybody in the nation takes the same exact exam. It actually has about a 30% pass rate. Okay, so go me and all the other CPAs that have passed it. So welcome to the call. So a little bit about me outside of that. I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. My dad is a retired IRS agent and my mom is a retired school teacher. So I like to say I actually have the best of both worlds. I love giving back and providing service, as well as my passion for crunching the numbers, okay? I feel like financial literacy is one of those things that they never taught us in school. So when we get to a certain age, like over 20, you feel stupid for asking, like, what's the difference between a bond and a note? Like, what's the difference between, like, what's the big deal if I'm paying mortgage over rent, or rent over mortgage? What's the big deal if my credit score is a 600 versus a 700? You start to feel stupid when you ask these types of questions because you feel like you're old enough and you should already know. But in reality, you shouldn't know it because nobody ever taught it to you. So that's what we're here to do. So make sure that, again, that you guys share the broadcast. We're going to get right into everything that we're going to discuss here. So what I want to go over is basically we all have two objectives, okay, when it comes to our finances and just life, right? We have two objectives in America. Everybody has the same two objectives. The first objective is to make sure that we have money for today. Okay, so that means that's why we go to work every single day, because we need money today. We have to pay for our bills. We have to pay for our expenses, et cetera, our clothes, our food, right? So we need money for today. Now, that's our first objective. And I'm sorry, if you are on Facebook Live, give me a number 2. Put a number 2 in the comments and share, because we're going to go through the 2, 4, and the 3. The 2, 4, and the 3. So this is number 2. Right, so put a number 2 in the share and then put a number 1, right? Because this is one of the 2. Okay, so number 2. So our first objective is we need our money for today. Now, our second objective, so give me a number 2 and a share. Our second objective is we need money for tomorrow. Now, a lot of times people don't even think about it, right? Because it's kind of like we get so caught up with our day-to-day living that we aren't even thinking about the future. You know, so many of us are living paycheck to paycheck. We can't think about what's going to happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now. You know, we just don't even have the mental capacity to even fathom it, right? A lot of us, you know, it's like 69% of Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up for an emergency or in a savings account for anything, which means that 69% of Americans, which is a majority, are living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I was actually talking to one of my best friends earlier today, and we were talking about our retirement and how, you know, she was joking, but it's true. She was jokingly saying she doesn't want to be a Walmart greeter when she retires. You know, nowadays, so many times people retire, but they really don't retire. You know, they retire from whatever their regular traditional job was, but then they go and they get a job and they're like bagging groceries, or they're Walmart greeters and stuff like that. And that's because they never were taught these principles that I'm going to go through with you guys today, these different strategies that can help you get in a better financial situation so that you don't have to be a Walmart greeter, so that you don't have to bag groceries when you're like 70 years old, so you can retire and actually retire. Okay, so number 2, our second objective is making sure that we have enough money for our future, which, like I mentioned, we get so caught up with the day-to-day that we can't even think about it. So now we're going to go through our 4 challenges now. But before we get there, a lot of times, like when you think about it, we had a couple different entities that tried to fix our retirement problem, right? Our retirement problem, our 401ks tried to fix it. You know, the big corporations and stuff like that, they tried to fix it with our 401ks. But now, you know, they're realizing that it's not working. So a lot of jobs are actually eliminating 401ks. They're eliminating the pensions and stuff like that. And I know in my job, if you work for any type of government or something like that, then they give you a pension. But now what they're doing is they are completely eliminating the pension if you started after 2017, right? And then they are just paying you in cash in the form of your paycheck the money that would have gone to your pension. So answer me this, what's going to happen to that money? Are people going to actually put it up for their retirement? No, they're going to spend it, right? So the government tried to fix it, and big corporations tried to fix it. The government tried to fix it with Social Security and then, of course, pensions like I just mentioned, but they realized that they can't fix it. So now they're like, we're just going to give you the money. Okay, like do with it what you must. Because now they can't fix it and you can't fix it. So we're getting in worse and worse situations, right? So now we already covered our 2 objectives, okay? So we have 4 obstacles, because I know you're like, okay, but is it all our fault? No, it's not all your fault. But it is your responsibility. Once you know this information, you have to do something about it. And that's just how life is. So now we're going to go through our 4 challenges. So what's keeping us from objective number 2? Because we all got objective number 1 covered. You know, even if we want more money or stuff like that, right? We all got number 1 covered, which is money for today. Okay, we can get a job, we get a second job, a part-time job, whatever. We got that covered. The problem is objective number 2. So we have our 4 challenges. So give me a number 1 up under the 4 challenges. Give me a number 1 and a share. The first challenge is inflation. Now, we call inflation the silent income killer because it's very, very silent and it sneaks up on you and you have no idea what's going on. Next thing you know, you go to the grocery store and you're like, why am I spending $130 and I used to spend, you know, $75, right? And then you start going through your bill and you're like, oh, is this how much they charge for Captain Crunch now? Why is this bag of potato chips, you know, $2.99 is way smaller and it used to be 99 cents? Okay, why is this, why am I paying $5 for, I don't know, salmon, one why am I paying $5 for one salmon patty when it used to be like $2.50 for like a salmon steak, right? So then you start going through. So that's basically what inflation is. Inflation is the value of your dollar is going down. So the value of your dollar is going down, but it's going down at a higher rate than you are actually making money. So what does that mean? That means that you are getting raises at about, I don't know, 1, 2, and 3%, but inflation is at like 4, 5, 6, and 7%. Okay, so we can never really keep up. It's very difficult for us to keep up. So think about it like this: at any given moment, prices can go up. Because farmers that are in control of all the groceries and all the produce and stuff like that, once, like, let's say it's a big oil spill in the, who knows what, right? So now the oil company goes up for the farmer. So the farmer is like, okay, well, I don't know who's going to eat this cost, but now I'm paying $10 more to plow the same amount of land. Who's going to eat that cost? I'm not going to eat that cost. Why? Because I'm the farmer. I'm in charge. This is my business. I have to make my same profit margin, if not more, okay, because he's a business owner. So then the farmer says, well, I'm going to just charge more for all my produce and all my animals and everything, right? All my fruits and vegetables. So now you go to the grocery store, and that's when you see that grapes are $5. Right, when it used to be $2. Like I said, the salmon is $5 when it used to be $2. So now you see the cost is going up on every single thing. The best place that you can really notice this is at the gas pump, because now I know, and please put in the comments for me, some of you guys remember when gas was like 99 cents. Some of you guys remember when gas was $2. When gas was even $3. Gas is $3.99, here in Chicago for premium, right? For premium. Now, I know it wasn't always $3.99. That's a lot of money. So a lot of times I try to go way out into the suburbs and stuff like that, and it's like $3.70. Okay, but in some places it's way less, right? And that's how you know that's inflation, right? It really just depends on your area and how much it used to be and how much it is now, and that is inflation. So give me a number 2 and a share. Good evening, millionaires. Give me a number 2 and a share. Number 2. Now we're going, if you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast and welcome to the replay. Make sure that you guys share it and make sure that you are taking notes on the phone line. So number 2 is we're going over our 4 challenges that's keeping us from objective number 2, which is saving up money for our future. So number 2 is taxes. Now listen. If we call inflation the silent income killer, it is absolutely nothing, okay? Nothing silent about taxes. We call taxes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, okay? So first, inflation is going to take up like 1/3 of your income. Now, taxes is going to take up the other 1/3 of your income. So let me ask you something. If you started a job and they said, okay, congratulations, you got the job. It's January 1st, but we want you to start tomorrow. However, we are not going to pay you until April. Would you take the job? Absolutely not. You would not take the job, because who's going to work like 4 months for free? Nobody. But that's really what you're doing with your taxes. Like I said, taxes is like the number 1 expense, because it takes up about 25 to 30% of your income. Off the top, you don't even get to see it, okay? So like I said, if we think about the inflation as being silent, taxes is blatant, it's loud, and it's in your face. We have sales tax, property tax, auto tax, state tax, local tax, water tax, right? Thank God they got rid of the sugary beverage tax here in Chicago. But guess what? They did not get away from that bag tax, which means that if you are in Chicago city limits, you are bringing your own bags to the grocery store, or they are taxing you per bag, okay? So I just have like a bunch of bags in my car because I'm like, I'm not paying tax on bags, okay? Taxes are really loud and in your face. Like I said, the water tax, you know, you can't even get bottled water without paying a tax on it. And this is not even to mention, now all these are like non-negotiable. Okay, it's non-negotiable, meaning that that's how much you pay regardless of what. The only tax that you can control, is your income tax. Okay, that's the only one that you can control. So now number 3, moving right along, we are almost out of here too. Number 3, we're going over our 4 objectives. So the third objective is debt. Now, taxes causes our debt. Okay, now sometimes people may be like, well, how does taxes cause debt? They don't have anything to do with each other, but yes, they do. Okay, if you think about it like this, when you go somewhere to get, I don't know, a mortgage or a car or furniture, anything that you need to finance, they ask you, how much do you make? So then you say, okay, I make $50,000. Maybe you gross $50,000, but how much of that money do you actually bring home? You only bring home about $32,000. Okay, you bring home like $32,000. So what does that mean? That means that $18,000 of it is going for taxes. That's coming off the top. So now what happens is, they ask you, how much do you make? So you put $50,000. So now they base their loan, you know, the credit card, the mortgage, the furniture, whatever it is that you are financing, they actually base it on your gross income, but you never ever see your gross. You never see your gross because $18,000 of it goes to the IRS off the top, right? So now what happens is, you have an $18,000 gap. So you bring home $32,000. You bring home $32,000, but your loan is based on $50,000. Okay. So now, how do you make up for it? What do you end up doing? You go and you get more debt. You take out more debt to supplement your income. So now you have your mortgage, you have a $50,000 lifestyle, but you're only bringing home $32,000. So now you turn around and you have $18,000 in credit card debt, because now you're wondering why your ends are not meeting. Why are you living paycheck to paycheck? And it's like, oh, because your whole life is based off $50,000, but you're only bringing home $32,000. It's never going to match up. It's never going to balance, right? And it's really about $24,000 after you tack on the interest. Okay, so that's number 3. That's the third obstacle that we have when it comes to why we cannot save up money for our retirement. So the fourth and last, and definitely not least, okay, is big business, but also known as our decisions. Okay. So our decisions make up the last 1/3 of our income. So 1/3 went, just to recap, 1/3 went to inflation, 1/3 went to taxes, and 1/3 went to debt. And now the final third, and this is where our money is. This is why we feel like we're living paycheck to paycheck. It's our decisions. The entire calendar is based on us spending our money. We are number 1. America is number 1 in consumption, okay, which doesn't even make any sense, right? Other countries are like number 1 in like cocoa beans and ivory and, you know, and stuff like that. We're number 1 in consumption, which means that we like to buy stuff, okay? So I'm going to run through this calendar real quick so you guys can see how it's set up for us to fail. It's set up to where you feel bad when you don't spend money. Okay, so right now, where are we? We're in April. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started in April, right? So April, of course, we just had Easter. Okay, a lot of times now, you know, people haven't been to church all year, but guess what? They are going to church on Easter, and guess what? They got their new Easter outfit. And guess what? The kids got Easter egg hunts and Easter baskets and all that good stuff. So you got to spend money there. Next month, May, is Mother's Day. I mean, we do love our moms, okay? Go moms, right? June is Father's Day. We love our dads. Go dads. But now we got July, 4th of July. We got to celebrate and pop fireworks and have barbecues. And plus, we need a new outfit. You know, some outfits look like the whole flag and stuff like that, right? August It's back to school, so the kids need school clothes and shoes and uniforms and all that stuff. September, we got Labor Day. September is Labor Day. Now you get 1 day off to, for being a laborer, but then guess what? You have to shop. You have barbecues and stuff like that. You need a new outfit. You have to celebrate Labor Day. You don't just stay home. It's all types of Labor Day sales and stuff like that. October, we have Halloween. Now, I do personally love Halloween, but listen, Halloween is such big business. Some places, they close all year. They open up for 3 weeks out the year and sell costumes and make $1 billion. It's $1 billion industry and they only open for 3 weeks out the whole year. It's like, come on, because we're buying our costumes, we're buying the makeup, we're buying the candy and all that stuff, right? So then after October, then we have November. What's in November? Okay, November, we know it is Thanksgiving and all that stuff, right? It's time for the family to come together. We sit down, we eat, but then guess what? We got to go shopping, so we can't stay for the whole dinner. We got to get up and go shopping for the Black Friday sales, the Brown Thursday sales, and then we got Cyber Monday as well. And then, of course, we got Christmas. That's the big holiday. And November is all leading up to the big holiday. We got the big holiday, it's Christmas Day. And then, of course, we got New Year's Eve, right, where we have to party like a rock star. We're celebrating and all that stuff, bringing in the new year. And then February. Right now, February. And you can say you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but mess around and tell your significant other that you don't celebrate, and it is going to be a problem, okay? And now we're right back at March. Now, March is spring break, so you got to go somewhere and do something with the kids, even if it's a staycation, right? And now we're right back at April, and it starts all over again. So you think about it, every single month is broken down for you to spend your money. And this is why we cannot meet objective number 2, which is saving up for the future. So now, I know it sounds all gloom and doom, but just wanted to paint the whole picture for you guys. So now, this is when we get into our income shifting. Okay, so like I said, the 2, 4, and the 3. Now, this is our 3 solutions. Okay, so within 3 days, we can help you guys see more money in your paycheck. We can help you, which is like our cash flow management system, right? We can help you eliminate your debt, help you start to eliminate your debt and lower your taxes, and in turn have more money into your paycheck where you can learn how to do more with your money, right? So you can stop feeling so tight and stop feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck. So W-2s, right, are taxed anywhere from 28 to 33%. So this is our first cash flow management, and most people are in a W-2. So we help people shift from the W-2 into a 1099. So W-2s are taxed anywhere from 28 to 33%. Now, when you're a 1099, you're taxed anywhere from 18 to 25%. This is really the net effect of when you actually pay taxes. This is our business income. Now, our business income, we have so many people making so much money all over the country. Okay, if you check out my page, we were like in New Orleans, and everybody got the "You've Got Money" direct deposit email, and we went crazy. We're like, everybody's getting residual income, right? So that's our whole goal, is to get you to residual income. You can earn anywhere from like $100 per sale up to $500, depending on what package you are in. Which is very, like, a considerable amount of money. Like I said, we help people do that within 6 months, okay? And within 9 months, we help people become investors, and that's just learning investment strategies. Now, anytime money makes money, you get taxed at a much lower tax rate, and that's at 15% or less. Anytime, like, you want to make your money work for you, because money doesn't need to take a break, money doesn't need to sleep, and all that good stuff. So we always want to focus on investment income. And the number one investment that you can make is in yourselves. A lot of times people feel like, oh, what should I be investing in, and what should I be doing with my money? You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in your business, because you are going to be your greatest asset. And now I want to bring to the line one of my really good friends, like literally I love him like a brother. We've been working together for about almost 4 years now, almost 4 years. He has a heart, you the shirt off his back. He'll help you with anything. And he's absolutely a ball to be around. And I want to bring him to the lines with his income shifting testimonial. Coach Flono, are you on the line, sir? Yes, I can hear.
Two multi-million-dollar companies merged, and they created a company called Nova powered by my income. And at the time, I was number 5 in the company in personal enrollment. I mean, number 5. So, I was excited. We merged in September, and then I was October. I think it was October. And, it was one of my best months, ever in this whole industry. And then, I was excited about taking that momentum to the next level. And then November comes around, and I'm ready to really take this thing to the next level. And I have a conversation with my big brother. And he tells me that he has cancer. And I was really shocked by that. At first, we kind of laughed. He kind of laughed about it. Hey, we're going to beat this, man. Don't worry about it. I just for his word, my brother's always been a fighter. My brother's been someone I look up to. And, about 2.5, 3 weeks later, my brother had lost maybe about 60 pounds. He had to move to the living room. He couldn't walk up the stairs in the house anymore. And, he literally had to move to the living room. He had to sleep in the living room. And, he was on dialysis pretty much, for most of the days. And during this time period, I was in a position where I could take care of my brother. Like, my dad works for the railroad, so he had to leave and work out of town. My mom, she's a nurse, and she was working 12-hour shifts. So, she would be at work for 12 hours a day. My sister-in-law, he just got married in July of 2016. He just got married in July. So his new wife, she just got a new promotion, and she literally couldn't take any days off for the first, I think it was 120 days of her job for an FMLA to kick in. So I was there to take care of my brother. And, it was a very trying time. Like, my brother wouldn't leave out the house unless I was driving. Like, he would have me grocery shop for him or take the kids places and, all the things that he used to do. And, it was definitely tough. Fast forward to March 21st, 2017, my brother loses his fight to cancer. And, it was really, really sad. It was about to get over with, he had a very large impact on a lot of people's lives. And, and because of the opportunity, I was able to take care of my brother for the last 3.5, 4 months of his life. I mean, like every single day. And I was still, I didn't nothing I cut off. Like, my lights were paid, my gas was paid, my rent was paid. It's all because I took advantage of opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I like to tell everybody, man, you never know, like what's gonna happen with your family or your friends or your loved ones. God forbid, be your parents or your a close cousin or your best friend. God forbid, be your kids, and you don't be in a position to be able to take care of them because you're gonna take advantage of opportunity. Or you do take care of them and then lose everything in the process. I know people that's happened to them. They lost everything in the process of trying to take care of their sick loved ones. And I was blessed that I could hear that you really take this thing seriously, man. And give it what first who got
present themselves. So thank you so much for sharing your testimony, Coach Flono. And there you have it. Like he said, you want to definitely take advantage of the opportunity. Get back with the person that put you on the line. Get back with the person that shared this video with you, because you never know what's going to happen in your life, and you just want to be prepared at all costs. a lot of times we sit back and we wait for stuff to happen, and then we're more reactive. You know, we react to different things in our life, but you have to start being more proactive and just start making stuff happen so that you can too, you know, if something happens, God forbid, but if something happens in your life the way that it did in Coach Flo knows, then you're able to make sure that you have all your bills paid, all your lights paid. You know, his brother is relying on him for everything, and nobody else in his family could take care of that. You know, was able to take care of him, but more importantly, he was able to spend a lot of quality time with his brother in some of his last days, and that's so important. So you just want to make sure that you get on the right track now. You know, like I said, the best investment that you can make is in yourself. So make sure that if you have any types of questions, feel free to reach out to me or whoever put you on the line. But welcome to this income shifting, and we will definitely be in touch soon. I'll see you guys soon. Good evening. Okay, I gotta stop this. Okay, good evening, millionaires. Good evening, millionaires. So I will see you guys soon, but definitely get back with the person. Make sure that you guys share the broadcast. If you are just joining the broadcast, make sure you go back to the beginning because this is the end, and share it and still participate in all the comments. But more importantly, you know, you have any questions or comments related to income shifting, feel free to get back with me or any of my anybody that shared the video with you, Coach Flono, or anything like that. And we will see you guys soon. Good evening, millionaires.